Howdy folks, Brian Cusco here at Triple B. Today I'm going to be giving you a little insight into how I take care of my snakes on a daily basis. You're watching Triple B TV. Now I just want to start off with a little disclaimer here to say there's not necessarily only one way that is the right way to take care of snakes. There are several ways that are the right way. There are several ways that are the wrong way. There may be some things I'm doing today that I won't be doing next year. There's definitely some things I'm doing today that I wasn't doing last year. So it's always a learning process. There's always more to learn, and as long as you have that in mind, I think you'll be okay.
What kind of substrate should you never use for your snakes? A, pine, B, cedar, C, cypress, or D, aspen? Leave your answer in a comment down below and check back at the end of the episode to see if you got it right.
So first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I check every single tub, and I always start in the room with the snakes that have been long past quarantine and move from there into the quarantine section. I don't move any supplies from quarantine back to non-quarantine. Quarantine stays quarantine. That goes for all supplies. That goes for my movement, everything. Otherwise, it would be pointless to have quarantine. So again, first thing I do is I check the tubs, I observe the snake, I look, I listen. Is the snake coiled up in the back? Are they up in the front, one in the cooler end? Just basically give it a look and see what's going on with the snake. And if the snake looks okay and the paper's not soiled, I'll just leave them alone, because I try not to handle my snakes every day. I try to handle them maybe 1 hour a week, depending on the snake, of course. Some snakes don't mind being handled more. Some snakes would probably prefer to never be handled. It's very important, I think, to know your individual animals. Very important. My main reason for not handling is to not cause them extra stress. A lot of snakes just want to be left alone, and so I do my best to let them have their privacy that they want while still taking care of them as best possible.
It's time for slow motion day.
So if the paper is soiled, I will move the snake to a temporary cleaning tub. If the snake itself is soiled and decided to paint its tub with poo and has poo all over himself or herself, I'll take them to the sink and give them a little rinse off and make sure they're nice and clean. And if the snake has defecated, I will also weigh them and keep record of what their current weight is. I always weigh after poop so that I know their tummy is empty and I'm not weighing some extra food in there as well. And I keep track of all my information: sheds, weight, feedings, breedings, all of it on an app called Reptile Scan. If you're not familiar with this app, you might want to check it out, because it's a very easy way to record all your information stored in databases somewhere in Denmark on servers that are all backed up, and so you know that your information is good. If you're writing it down on paper, that's good too, but you could lose it. I just find this app, for me, is very convenient and works well for how I operate. So next, of course, I'll remove the soiled paper, I'll remove the water, and then I will disinfect the tub or cage using either F10 veterinary disinfectant or the stuff called Wipeout. Now the Wipeout, supposedly you can just soak the enclosure, wipe it out, and be good to go. But no matter what chemicals I'm using, I prefer to give it a rinse with water after I've cleaned it with chemicals. I don't want any chance of there being some kind of chemical residue left over after I've been done cleaning. So after the sterilization process with the chemicals, wipe it out, spray it down with water, wipe it out again, replace the paper, and I fold the paper in a certain way so that it fits and covers all areas of the tub, because I got these built-in deli cup holders It's kind of awkward to move around, but I've come up with a good little folding system that I think works pretty well. And then I move on to the next snake.
We asked, what substrate should you never use for your snakes? If you said pine or cedar, you're correct, although pine can be used if it has been kiln dried.
Now that's basically it. Of course, there are other things I do on a weekly basis, like feeding, or things that I even do on a monthly basis, and we'll talk about those in another episode. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like it, be sure to share it, and be sure to subscribe. If you happen to know somebody who you think that this information would be very useful for, please share it with them. And I hope you also found this video helpful. And please let me know how you take care of your snakes on a daily basis. Leave a comment down below and give me some insight. Is there something I'm not doing that I could be doing? I'm here to learn. I hope you are too. So thank you guys for watching. And until next week, you've been watching Triple B TV. Take care.